Avatar 2. Everybody's been talking about Avatar 2 for the last couple of days. This is movie news. We are talking about today's movie news. You're watching Mirror Domain's Movie News, your place for entertainment headlines, where we actually do talk about the headlines that you can see right here. If you're joining us live, I'm sorry I'm 14 minutes late. Hey, you know what? When you're looking up all of these stories, it takes a little bit of time to put it all together. Don't worry, we're ready, we're rocking, and we're going to be talking about Avatar 2 teaser that broke. Yesterday we did a trailer reaction for it, and it's up on the channel now. And I did it during the live stream, so it's just a cutout from that. But I wanted to go through and take a look at some of the breakdown of it, because as much as I said it didn't really reveal too much of the story, or it just kind of like was the teaser. We'll take a look at some of the Easter eggs that I found interesting. We're a daily movie news show, 12 p.m. Eastern, Monday to Friday. You can join us if you're joining us in the live chat. I'll always talk with you in the comment section. And if you're joining us afterwards, all of these topics will be linked in time codes for you in the description and comments section below. All right. Let's just get right into Avatar. Okay, so yeah. We saw that there was that new poster out. And we saw that yesterday. That it was going to expand more on the kids. Avatar, The Way of Water, comes out December 16th, 2022. All right. So, some of the questions that came out, well, why are some of them looking a little bit green? Well, we got some answers to that. And actually, we got a full breakdown of what this trailer is about. So let's take a look at this article that's up on Screen Rant, Avatar 2 trailer breakdown, 16 reveals and secrets about The Way of Water. Okay, because this debuted on the Multiverse of Madness there, Doctor Strange. In the Multiverse of Madness over the weekend, and for some reason they just wanted to put the trailer out after the opening weekend. Okay, well, now everybody's seen it, and it's got like over 12, 11 million views already. So people are excited for it. People are excited indeed. Avatar, as I said, comes out this December 16th. And let's take a look at what this article has pulled from some of the curiosities. Okay, so it returns to the beauty of Pandora. We know that. And so if you're just a casual fan, if you've been following and tracking the project like I have, as a huge movie fan, we know that Jake and Neytiri they have a family. And they've got a Na'vi kid of their own, and then they got a human kid that I think they adopt. We'll take a look, and hopefully that'll be exposed here in this article. And humans come to Pandora once again to look for probably more unobtainium. And they get uprooted from their home, and they got to go run away and try to keep together as a family. They move to the water, and that's where the bulk of where this story begins. And there's like underwater creatures and... okay. So Jake and Neytiri's adopted son, Miles, is a human spider. Now, I heard that they actually call him Spider in this. Okay, but his name is Miles Socorro. Okay, I hope they call him Miles. I don't know why they call him Spider. Like Cameron just likes to have... That's his... you have all of these directors have like their little whimsy. That's something that... like how Michael Bay has his... over-the-top explosions and crass humor. Well, the eccentricity, that's calling him Spider, is Cameron's little eccentricities. But don't worry too much about that. I'm pretty sure, nickname Spider right there. And we see a brief shot of him in the trailer. Okay, so Avatar 2 may reveal water banshees. May reveal. Avatar 2, 3, 4, and 5. Yes, there's going to be five movies, and if he gets to complete all of this stuff. So we saw that they were flying on these things. This is concept art. This is from concept art, but we actually saw that in the teaser. Okay, so they're showing us some familiar stuff that we were anticipating, and it introduces a new coastal tribe, which we'll talk about in a few moments. Avatar 2, new underwater technology showcased was it showcased? I guess it was, sort of, because it's underwater capture stuff, right? Again, I'm I'm just perplexed as to why we need to do it why do we need people actually doing it when the technology is good enough for the computer to do it as equal right? Or are you going to tell me that the computer can't do it equally as well? Maybe the guys from Corridor Crew need to step in here for you guys. The humans play into Avatar 2 story. Of course we know that the humans do. Okay, so it looks like he's going to be back in his wheelchair at some point talking with these people, the military stuff. And it looks like they've eased their relations. Okay, that's fine. Avatar 2 teaser, conflict between Na'vi tribes. So this is the water people, and this is their homes. I guess I thought they lived actually underwater. I thought they were going to be like breathing with gills or something. How the Na'vi breathe underwater in Avatar 2. So that's Kate Winslet there, who broke a record apparently for breathing underwater. Okay. And apparently because they live underwater, it's changed their skin a little bit to the greener side. And we'll talk about that in a few seconds. Stunning new environments. Not really, guys. Come on. You're just rehashing the same stuff. Yeah, it's same environments. It reveals not all Na'vi are blue skin. Okay, good. There we go. Avatar 2 trailer may reveal Ocean's Turok. Ocean's Tur may reveal. What the heck is this? Was this before? All right. So this isn't really breaking down too much here. That I thought it would. What's going on here, Screen Rant? Come on. Everybody will be pumping through with their Avatar stuff, and I thought I could cash in too, but I guess not. Green Na'vi in Avatar 2, why Cameron makes one big Pandora change? Because of the water. They're saying that the water changes it, right? Hinting that the change for Pandora from the first movie. It's just the reflection of the water, right? Changes the way that their skin. I don't know. Whatever. Of course they would have different color people on that planet, like we do, right? The exact reason for the introduction of green-skinned Na'vi isn't clear, but it's likely linked to Avatar 2's Metkayina tribe. Okay, well that's the water tribe, right? All right, is that it, guys? Come on. You can do better than that. Is that it? Why do Jake and Sully have why did Jake and Neytiri have a human son? Let me guess. You're going to say that it's not exactly clear. Okay. We saw him in the teaser. We saw him firing a bow and arrow of some kind. And okay. Footage teases underwater antics. And now my page is frozen because the stupid... So Fantastic Beasts 3 was good and all, but... No, it wasn't good. Okay. Of course, this article doesn't say anything. Spider is not Jake and Neytiri's biological child. Yeah. And I saw from the trailer that it looks like he's just a refugee that gets caught up with them escaping from the humans' onslaught that have come to mine the planet, and they kind of adopt them. And it's going to be that juxtaposition of them having that family and with a human there. I don't know. It doesn't take cultural awareness of Dr. Augustine to see how Spider could cause problems in Avatar 2 with both within Jake's family and the wider Na'vi network. But it's the story of two species coming together to work together, guys. That's what it's about. As far as the Easter eggs go, that's pretty much it's all other than that is speculation, guys. There's nothing else concrete information. We'll get more once we get the actual full trailer. But I just thought we should highlight some of this stuff and clarify it because I like the teaser and it played well on the big screen. It did. So if you go and see Doctor Strange and the Multiverse of Madness this weekend, or this week, you'll definitely see it on the big screen, and it does play much better than it does on the little screen, which is unfortunately the way that most people will see it, that teaser anyway. People will be going to the movies to see it, and I guess the only other thing that I really wanted to mention about it is that I'm excited. No, I'm not really excited for it, but I'm wanting to see it. And even though that people out there say that they don't want to see it, that it's familiar stuff, they're still going to go see it anyway. So that's why Avatar 2 will make money. It won't be huge, I don't think, unless the story is mind-blowingly awesome. But we talked about that in length. Let's talk about Thor and Jane. Thor and Jane. I guess in Thor Love and Thunder, Thor, the director, Taika Waititi, is saying fans may not get Thor and Jane romance they want. Bummer. Well, you thought that they were going to be back in the same story. We know that Thor liked her. You thought that they would come back as a romance, but if you know anything about the Lady Jane storyline, and it sounds like they're going to go with the cancer route, that she gets cancer and then she gets to use Thor's power to help heal her. But then, of course, they got to fight Gore the God Butcher. So let's take a look at this quote here. From Natalie, played again once by Natalie Portman. He has some disappointing news. Taika Waititi says, I wanted to embrace this thing that I was always a bit dismissive of and explore this idea of love and show characters who do believe in love. On paper, it feels kind of cringy to me, but there's a way of doing it with cool characters making a cool movie and also having a thing that no fan ever wants to in a superhero movie, which is people talking about love and characters kissing. I think most people will assume that the love story is between Chris and Natalie. I can't promise that what people think is going to happen is in this film will happen or something like that. So he's saying that, no, there's not going to be a love story. Okay, fine, then I don't need it. We saw that image of them yesterday, of them standing together, and I feel like, hey, as long as she's in it, as long as she's doing cool stuff, then that's all I need. Natalie Portman is definitely up there in my favorite actresses, but not top 5, but in top 10 maybe. She's always good. And I recently rewatched Annihilation, and she was good in it. Say what you will about the movie, but she always brings it. So what if we don't get a love story in Thor and Love and Thunder? Do you need it? Let me know what you think in the comments below, and we will talk about it. Okay, talking about Doctor Strange there. For the longest times, and this is a little bit spoiler, guys, there were talks that Tom Cruise was going to show up as Iron Man in this movie, and like the ultimate Iron Man. And there's an article that came out on MovieWeb and other sites as well. Doctor Strange 2 writer shares the real story behind those Tom Cruise rumors. Because originally, when it was going to come out, the first Iron Man, they wanted Tom Cruise, but he didn't want to sign on to that huge, long deal that, because he wanted to make other movies like Mission Impossible and stuff like that. But Michael Waldron commented on the rumors, and I guess this sheds just a little bit more light onto where this came from. So let's take a look at this quote. Yeah, that was totally made up. I mean, there's no cut footage of Tom Cruise. He was going to show up in the Illuminati scene. We saw that there were Ultrons there. But I love Tom Cruise, and I said to Marvel, Kevin Feige at one point, I was like, could we get Tom Cruise as Iron Man? I remember reading about that in Ain't It Cool News back in the day, and Tom was going to be Iron Man as it was being talked about online, and I was like, yeah, that would be cool. And so that's where that all came from. Well, hey, we're dealing with variants here. We could possibly see Tom Cruise as Iron Man and in the Illuminati scene, because that Illuminati scene had a whole bunch of other cameos in it, and that's where he would have shown up. But if you know what they did with the Illuminati, it makes sense that Tom Cruise would be like, no, even if they were talking about it. But from this article, it sounds like they never even contacted him. Okay, so I mean, he was shooting Mission Impossible 7 and 8. I don't believe anyone actually contacted Cruise. I just don't think it would have ever been an option because of availability. So there you go. Those are the Tom Cruise rumors that at least they talked about it. They said, well, could we get him? He was already shooting another movie at the time. Not that it would have taken a long time, maybe like a week or so, maybe to shoot those scenes. Not even a week. Not even a week. He would have just been standing there. He would have taken off his helmet and everybody would have gone, oh, which I would have been. But it would have been nice to see. And the door's still open that you could see a variant of him come out later on down the line. I just want it to be like a throwaway, like what they sort of did with Doctor Strange in the Multiverse of Madness. I don't really want to see that. But those are the Tom Cruise rumors and where that all started. I just thought that was a very interesting kind of thing. Mortal Kombat 2, writer gives an update on the script. Okay, well, did you like the first Mortal Kombat movie? I like these characters. Kung Lao and what am I? Liu Kang, sorry. I forgot his name there for a minute. But they were relegated to the background characters, and Liu Kang should definitely be one of the main characters. They gave us Cole Young. But anyway, I'm not going to rant about that. I rant about that all the time. So let's just read. I'm not going to read this entire quote, but let's just see what's going on here. We're about halfway through the script. I'm working really closely with the director and the studios and the game guys, and I think I can't say anything about the actual story, but I definitely learned some lessons from the last time around in terms of the stuff fans responded to. Here's what people liked out of the movie. What we liked was the opening stuff with Sub-Zero and Scorpion, and I hope they elaborate on that kind of feel and tone, and I hope they once again kill off Cole Young because we don't want Cole Young. Hope you got that from the fans. Okay, so let's see. I don't think it's necessarily going to have the same tone as the MCU. Well, it doesn't need to be, but it's definitely going to have some of the same sensibilities. That was part of the pitch to the team. This is Mortal Kombat. We have guys who are ripping off their faces and breathing fire. Yeah, okay. And let's make a Mortal Kombat sequel that no one is expecting and that kind of sneak in and blow everyone away. I hope so. Because as I said, I like the opening tone for it. And I like the design aesthetic of the characters. Cabal, yeah, he was in there too. But this guy, Cole Young, he needs to go. He needs to go, guys. He's out. Because the guy's not that good of an actor too. On top of everything, the story problems, he wasn't a very good actor. So let's move on from Cole Young. That's all I got to say about that. Mortal Kombat 2, are you looking forward to it? It's supposed to come out next year. If the script's already half done, then I don't know if it's going to come out next year. It may come out in 2024. Something that's not coming out in 2024 is coming out in 2023 is Black Adam. And they've gone in for some reshoots. And we saw this earlier this week or Friday? I can't remember exactly. But The Rock there took to his social media to show us some behind the scenes footage. And we got a new image there, black and white. Looks like he's standing on a platform where this is like a flying rig. So he'll either be floating there, it looks like, or he'll be flying. And I don't see the bars around his waist, but they use that thing. They used it on Superman too. A rig so that he can levitate. Intense week of production continues as we put the finishing touches on Black Adam. Throughout my career, I've had the privilege of playing some great fun characters over the years, but none speak to my DNA more than this anti-hero known as the Man in Black, Teth Adam. Rage against the dying of the light, the hierarchy of power in the DC universe is about to change. Yeah, and we knew that from the very beginnings when they announced it, that Black Adam was very much of a passion project of The Rock, and it's cool that he's showing us all of these behind-the-scenes images. I'm just like, wow. Those quads, unbelievable. And yeah, this is the kind of suit where you don't need to pad it out like some of the Superman suits or anything like that. Why would you pad up Henry Cavill too? I never understood that. But you can tell, look at the shoulders. They don't have those chunks in there to beef it up a little bit like they did with the first Shazam movie too. They beefed that suit up too. The Rock, you don't need to do that. He's got the physique. And wow, it shows. But they're back doing some reshoots and they're putting some finishing touches on it. Don't worry, guys. Reshoots are a common thing. So let's not lose our minds over that. Masters of the Universe. Oh, did I blow that up a little bit bigger? I did. Not too much bigger. Masters of the Universe movie, Eternia, details teased by directors. Now, the directors, Adam and Aaron Nee, I think they just directed that movie, The Lost City, which we'll talk about here in a few moments. They're going to be making this adaptation that's going to go straight to HBO. And so they're working on the script right now. It's so important to us that we don't shortchange this material. This is a huge movie, but it feels like our baby. Well, okay, good. But you know what? All producers and directors will say that. It feels like we've got this kind of closeness and affection that we would have for an indie project. It's so important to us that we get to take the audience to Eternia in a way where it feels like a rich, well-developed, real place. Like you are going to a real world and experiencing a real culture. Then also having the kind of attention and detail for the adventure elements. Well, you know what I'm getting from this? It sounds like it's going to take place all on Eternia, which is a good sign. We don't need it to come to Earth, guys. I hope it all takes place on Eternia. And that's what I take away from this. Costuming and the time to build for all those things. Nothing is rushed, and it's going to be done right. Well, I hope so. It's not a complicated story. It's good guys against bad guys. You don't need to explain why Skeletor has his face ripped off. You don't have to explain the powers of the universe or like how He-Man gets his powers. This is a straight up, hey, Skeletor and his evil forces want to take over Castle Grayskull. He-Man's got to stop him. There you go. That's the basic bare bones of the story. Anything more than that is fluff, and you will convolute things to the point where it's kind of like you're going to run into the Kevin Smith problem of that reboot where they try to add a little too much onto the lore of it that turned some fans off. I still need to watch part 2 of Kevin Smith's series, but I didn't hate the first part. But it's just, yeah, it had some problems here. There was another article here. Masters of the Universe filming update shared by directors. It's going to be on Netflix. Sorry, it's going to be on Netflix. Masters of the Universe will be on Netflix. Okay, so they had another quote here on this one that I wanted to read. It's coming along great. It'll be next year. Coming right off The Lost City was too tight. It was a huge beast of a movie that needs real prep time. So yeah, the guys who made The Lost City with Sandra Bullock, Channing Tatum are directing this. It's such a huge beast of a movie that needs to real prep time. So we're working on it right now, working towards it starting next spring. So then it probably won't come out until 2024. So spring 2023 is when they're going to try to shoot this movie. It's going to be on Netflix. And Kyle Allen is going to be playing our He-Man. Our He-Man. Our He-Man. So, who's Kyle Allen? Not the quarterback, guys. This is the actor, Kyle Allen. This is our Prince Adam. This is our He-Man. He's got the jawline for it. He's got to beef up a little bit. Okay, now they're showing us pictures of the quarterback. I don't care about the quarterback right now. I just want to show pictures of the actor. And that's what he looks like, guys. So, filming update from Duo contradicts recent reports that Netflix would be kicking off production this June in New Mexico. Wow. So it was slated for this year, but I guess maybe because, hey, The Lost City's done though. Why? What do you mean? And the script should be done by now. What's going on here? So something's conflicting there. So if they're going to start shooting in 2023, it now seems like it won't hit screens until sometime in 2024. What do you mean screens? It's on Netflix. Well, I guess TV screens. Yeah, okay. Well, I'll keep my eye on this project. I grew up with Masters of the Universe, so that's why I'm kind of interested in it. What do you guys think? Let me know in the comments below. Moon Knight crossover. What's this about? Moon Knight just wrapped up. And I guess the star, May Callumway, who played the wife character, and she was awesome in the last episode there. The finale, she was the best part. And I want to see more of her. I do. I really do. I must say, I felt like I was a little bit smitten Okay, so Blade. So she's saying that there was a Blade crossover. Well, we saw little inklings of that earlier on. That there were going to be like cameos that were cut out of Moon Knight finale, and Blade was possibly one of those. So was there going to be a crossover with Blade? Is this something else that says possibly? Yeah, there she is. That's a better photo of her. She looks great in that costume. There has been nothing yet that I know of what could happen with Scarlet Scarab, but I love Doctor Strange, and that would be cool. Blade would be cool because I've worked with Mahershala Ali, and I think he's so wonderful. Okay, so she's just saying because she worked with him that it would be nice. But honestly, it really depends on the story. I kind of want to be with all of them. Well, I hope we get more of her. I really do. She was definitely a standout, for me at least, in Moon Knight. And if she crossed over with Blade, even more interesting. What do you guys think? Let me know in the comments below. Was that something that you want to see? The Gray Man, spelled with an A. We saw images yesterday, too, of Netflix's Gray Man. That's going to be with Chris Evans and Ryan Gosling, where they play like spies facing off with each other. We got another image here. A new image of Chris Evans' villain. He's playing the villain, guys, so that's cool. And there's Ari Armas, right? Sorry. I forgot her name right now already. I can't believe that. So anyway, let's take a look at this new image. And okay, so will be helmed by Avengers duo Anthony and Joe Russo. So the Russo brothers are directing this movie that's going to be on Netflix with a budget of $200 million. And it's just going to be on Netflix. We're going to do a full watch along on this for sure. Ana de Armas, that's who it was. Ana de Armas. So that's yeah, we saw that yesterday. They released an image of Ryan Gosling in this new Empire exclusive. Boy, it really seems like we're going to be getting a full trailer for this pretty soon. That's what I feel like we're building up to. All of these images. Gray Man comes out July 15th, 2022. Full watch along on this channel for sure. For sure. And pay attention for that. That's just the new images for the Gray Man with an A. There we go. Okay, I should have really put these two stories together of The Lost City and Masters of the Universe, because the people that directed The Lost City are going to be directing the Masters of the Universe. And I just wanted to pull up this quick little article because I thought, if you saw the movie, and I enjoyed it because I'm a big Sandra Bullock fan, and it had some whimsy, it had some charm to it, and Brad Pitt plays a character in it who comes in, tries to help her escape. He gets shot in the head, and you think he's dead, but spoiler alert, but hey guys, he's not dead. So there's like a training scene, I guess. Now, I'm not going to read this huge long spiel here. I just said that there's a mid-credit scene, so pay attention to that. I guess they wanted to make, if there ever is going to be a sequel to it, they just wanted to make it like a running gag that Brad Pitt's character is killed off in every in every movie. And yeah, Tatum was good in it. Sandra Bullock was good in it. I guess it's coming out on streaming services soon. And maybe that's why they're talking about it. But since their names, the directors, we just talked about them, Adam and Aaron Nee, are going to be directing the Masters of the Universe movie. I just thought I'd pull that article and say, if you watch it, guys, there is a mid-credit scene for it. Oddly enough, in a romance movie, rom-com, mid-credit scene. There you go. History of the World. History of the World. Did you like History of the World Part 1 with Mel Brooks? that scene where he's got like, I got 15 commandments, 15, and he accidentally drops one of them. He's like, 10. I got 10 commandments. Funny movie, but it's very dated. But apparently, I guess there's reports that they've greenlit a sequel with Mel Brooks kind of putting his input into it. So that's kind of cool. I guess there's a cast list beyond the trio of writers, The Daily Show, Rob Corddry, Cordray. Seth Rogen and J.B. Smoove are going to be in this. Okay. Adam Sandler has been offered the part of Joseph Stalin. Jay Ellis is up to play the robes of Jesus Christ. Okay, so there's a bunch of other actors there for Robert E. Lee, and it's like little skits throughout history of time, and I thought it was fun. I didn't know that there was going to be a part 2. That just caught me by surprise. But it sounds like this was broken by Jeff Snyder, who's a fairly trusted resource in breaking scoops. So it's going to be a continuation of the 80s cult classic, extending out the running time from a feature-length film to an 8-episode smorgasbord. Okay, so it's going to be 8 episodes. It's not going to be a movie then. Huh. Other actors up for unspecified roles and cameos, but not yet confirmed, include everyone from Steve Martin, Martin Short, Taika Waititi, Pam Oliver. Interesting. Very interesting. History of the World is set for a release on Hulu. Once production wraps, and there'll be plenty of news before then, we'll have to see who's coming out more. History of the World. Very interesting comedy, guys. So there's going to be a series, part 2. It's actually going to happen. Now all we need is Spaceballs 2. But I guess it's a little bit too late for that. But maybe not if they're going to be doing this. History of the World Part 2. All right, guys, that's pretty much the way that the news stories have been today in the realm of movie news. There really hasn't been a whole lot. And I just felt like, hey, you know what? Later on today, we're going to be watching Enemy. My favorite Denis Villeneuve film. Denis Villeneuve. Enemy. Jake Gyllenhaal. He discovers that he's like a professor. He rents this movie, and while he's watching this movie, he sees somebody else that looks exactly like him. And as he tries to uncover that mystery, weird things happen. Let's just wrap up by looking at the old Twitterverse here, guys. See if there's anything that I may have missed. Elizabeth Olsen successfully predicted the future of the Scarlet Witch in the MCU 7 years ago during Age of Ultron. There's Aaron Taylor Johnson. Okay. Michelle Williams is going to bat for Jeremy Strong, it looks like. Okay. Oh, I like Michelle Williams' work. She's great. Even in movies like Venom 2, she was good. Oh, that's why she's going to be on the cover of Variety. Yeah, she looks good. I'll have to check that out. Crimes of the Future. Cronenberg says he expects walkouts at Cannes. So he's really going to be pushing the envelope. If he's expecting walkouts, I'm sure that we will have walkouts within the first 5 minutes of the movie. Some people who will have seen the film, a guy said that he almost had a panic attack because it's about people transforming their organs and yeah. So it sounds like it's going to be brutal. Cool. That's just me. That's just me. I like the brutality. You know I like genre films. Hemsworth, Portman, Thompson in Thor Love and Thunder. Hilary Duff on why Lizzie McGuire reboot was scrapped. I like Hilary Duff a lot, but apparently she's been like a baby making machine. She's been turning out babies every couple of years for the last, seems like 5-6 years. So she starts a project and then she takes time off to raise family. Hey, you know, good for her that she wants to start a family. Ooh, that's kind of risque, isn't it? I might have to save that for closer examination. Okay, so there's the new images from the Gray Man. Masters of the Universe, Kyle Allen will begin filming June 13th, 2022. So there we go. There's a contradiction. He says that he's going to start filming this year. But we know that the directors just corrected the... Go with the directors, guys, that it's not going to shoot this year. I would like it to shoot this year. It should be shooting this year, but it looks like it's going to shoot next year. All right, what do we got here? Not too much more. Halle Bailey, or Versace, Vendi and Versace. She's going to be playing our new Ariel in the live-action adaptation of Little Mermaid. I can see it. I can see it in her face. She can play Ariel. And, yeah, there you go. Why is Bianca Andreescu trending? Oh, because somebody retired again. I guess there must be a tennis tournament going on. But that's pretty much the way that it's been in the realm of movie news today, guys. Let's take a small break here. 40 minutes, and then in an hour at 1:30 p.m. today, we'll be watching Enemy. And I hope you enjoy that. If you have any comments about these stories, let me know in the comments section below. And join us tomorrow at 12 p.m. where we'll talk about more movie news as it breaks. This is a 24-hour news cycle. Hey, if something drops, like a new trailer, I'll do that as quickly as I can, and I'll see you tomorrow for more movie news.